What's going on? What's happening? Let me get right into this, you guys. Listen, ladies, this is to you guys. I know you think that a lot of us masculine, um, traditional men are trying to seduce you, right? And you guys make this stuff up because we don't answer any of your questions. And a lot of y'all do a lot of things seductively to try to seduce. I forgot to turn off the Wi Fi. So, anyway, number one, we're not um, trying to seduce you with the way that we speak. It's just the way that we speak. If it sounds, sultry and deep on the level that you need to hear, it's just the way that God designed us. It's nothing more, nothing less. Number two, we are not flirting purpose on purpose, purposefully, but we kind of are. Does it make sense? Not like doing it to seduce you, but just doing it because when you are a healthy man in your masculine frame, that's the way it comes off whenever you're just being polite. Because you're supposed to somewhat flirt with women, especially women that put time into their appearance. And it's really not flirting, it's just banter between attractive people, but it comes off as flirting if you're not confident with yourself, because it should just be, just some banter, just two attractive people chopping it up, you know, admiring each other, right? Giving each other the props that we should, because unattractive people are not going to tell you. So I'm comfortable enough within my attractiveness and my masculinity to always give props to, even if the beauty comes from makeup and things. If you're putting work, in washing your butt, it seems like, and changing your outfits and taking care of your face and all that, I will definitely be flirting with you. I'm just letting you know you're doing it. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a woman. I'm just hearing too many stories about women's bathrooms and just seeing these trifling women talking about not showering online, and it's very disheartening, to say the least. That's how men feel. But when we see these women out here who are putting up that they're taking their baths, I love those bath videos that you guys post. It probably makes me feel like as well that my ex probably did that whenever I wasn't paying attention. She being there making her little tub videos with her thigh showing, probably. But I'm no longer with anyone, so I love watching them, ladies. Keep that going. But knowing that y'all are washing, it definitely gives men that warm and fuzzy, because there's nothing worse than thinking about women being more trifling than you, and you as a man, you're stepping your game up and showering more. So women should be in the tub just as much. Okay, it's just what it is. Number three, getting in shape. It's not a revenge body type of deal. It's not a I'm getting back at an ex. I'm getting back at women. I'm trying to seduce them and make them wet and gushy all day long, from watching me work out on TikTok to R&B and country music, getting a mild sweat going on. It's not that serious, okay? We're working out because we have goals. As we get to where our goals are, we can't help it that we start getting chiseled like Greek gods. You know what I'm saying? Or our Aboriginal ancestors. 420 on the timers. I said that. Come on, you guys. Men can't help when we do it the right way. We get super chiseled. Women are supposed to have a certain level of body fat on them. And you guys are comparing yourselves to us, and it's not right. It's not healthy for you, and it's not right in general, because men don't want to see a chiseled female anyway. Y'all keep getting it mixed up. We want to see the small waist, but we want to see that healthy layer of body fat. If you're too cut, then more than likely as a woman, you're too low in body fat percentage, which might mean that you might have complications getting pregnant, health complications, thyroid, right? But if you have that healthy layer of fat to where we barely see any to no definition, that's chef's kiss. That chef's kiss. That means that booty's going to be nice and soft and supple. Hmm. Yeah. Grabbing that waist from the back is going to be nice and supple. Hmm. Yeah. And your upper back won't be chiseled. I'm going to tell you something, ladies, and I don't want y'all to take this the wrong way, but there's nothing worse than a woman having a demon back and horseshoe triceps. You guys smash that like button. And I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, he's envious. No, 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 no. I am shredded. Okay? I am absolutely shredded. I'm not worried about you or your cuts or your mild cuts. I am shredded. I'm not jacked because jacked is a top level for men. I don't have the size on me to be jacked, but shredded, which is right underneath it, yes, absolutely. So me, I'm the only one that needs to be shredded. I don't need to have a woman shredded. It's not cute. It's not, just work out. Don't overdo it. What I mean? I don't want to think that you might be on the juice. Come on. You know what I mean? We're working out, we're getting in shape, and you like what you see, as you should. What y'all are used to seeing is guys going to the gym and getting super huge like the Hulk, and you're like, ugh. But guys like me that are out here, getting that athletic build, y'all are like, or whatever, what I'm saying, Gorilla be doing. Y'all can't get enough of that. See, I listen to what women want. I'm not a guy out here assuming. You've said it too many times, and y'all always end up with some skinny rapper, and everybody's like, "What is it?" Well, y'all like them, what I'm saying, to where they don't look like they could. What did one woman say? One woman said, "I don't like a man like he can crush my head like a melon whenever he felt like it." And what I'm saying, kind of makes sense. The athletic frame is not that kind of overwhelming build. You know, So you just like what you see. I don't think that y'all realize how much you would like men that have that calisthenic, athletic, however y'all describe it, MMA fighter build. I don't think that y'all really thought that you would like it until you seen a man that you already found attractive that be talking that stuff, and then he messes around and get the body game going on too. It's just the trifecta. It's overwhelming, right? And a lot of you ladies, again, number four, right? You think that we're doing skincare routines that y'all are doing. I've looked at this stuff that y'all are doing online. Y'all do a lot. I don't know if putting all that shit on your face is good long term. I use all natural products, and just a little tip. I eat whole foods. I don't do any supplementing too much of anything. I know you guys are against that. I don't take creatine or whey protein. I know you guys are against that, but I just don't feel it to be necessary, and I don't want to push myself to limits to where I need to supplement just good sleep, good eating, whole foods, what is it, natural foods, red meat, things like that, plenty of eggs. I don't really need all the extra stuff. Okay? Don't need it, won't never need it, or whatever. But ladies, I'm not going to hold you. Just a short list, getting things popping off again. We just need to know what's going on. Um, we see that you're studying us, and we know you're being seduced. We're not trying. You guys think that we're doing certain things with our face. Like I said before, you think that we're giving you the male gaze on purpose. We're really just squinting most of the time because we really can't see the screens and stuff. But you guys, you take things and you run with it. You think that everything is some seductive lure or whatever, to try to get you out of your frame. It's not the case, but it goes to show, because we all know that women project. So it goes to show that pretty much everything that y'all do is for that reason. That's why you think that we're doing it. It's not the case. Not the case. We're not getting jacked for that reason. We're not expanding our knowledge for those reasons. We're not doing whatever we do with our face for those reasons. We're just merely living and doing what we do. What you don't understand is you just find us attractive naturally. And everything that a man does when you really find him attractive, you're going to find it attractive. This is a fact. Look it up. It don't matter what I do. I can be walking around out here tripping over rocks and things, and you're going to be like, he's so silly, but he's so fine. Freaking ladybug. Ladybug landed on me in the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what that means spiritually. I was wondering what that was. Felt something on my stomach. But yeah, you guys, all I'm saying is you need to, it's really strange. In the middle of the freaking night. But y'all got to understand that when you actually find a man attractive naturally, everything he does is going to be something that's going to turn you on. You guys smash the like button. How he talks, the tone. Now I do have a soothing voice. I mean, this is years of being in the military. I didn't like how they used to scream, so I didn't want to be a screamer. You know what I mean? Like in my soldiers and stuff. So I wanted to find a different way to get my point across. Um, because you can still get your soldiers in line without screaming at them if they know that the way that you think that the punishment will be way worse than some screaming sergeant, right? They'll get in line, right? So the soothingness is just from years of having to speak, in front of people, and I want to come off a certain kind of way. The way that I look at the camera is the way I look at the camera. Getting in shape is just what men do, and I chose to go for the athletic build because I don't think that putting a bunch of muscle on is a good idea. I do know that women like the athletic build over the big bulky build, but again, I don't want to have that bulk on me and have to maintain it, and my frame is not naturally that size. I don't think it's a good idea for longevity, right? I'm really about longevity a lot, if you can't tell. I don't really let things stress me. I do believe that stress is the main reason for aging people. So I'm not going to allow anything to age me. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to walk away from it. I'm going to step away from it and come back to it when I got myself in alignment more so. But what I don't do and what I've never done, even in Iraq, believe it or not, when me and Moon, because we were battle buddies out there, we would be walking around, working out, going about our day, and everybody said that we seemed like we were not at war. Like we were like just out there chilling. I put on like 15 pounds of muscle when I was in Iraq, dude. Like I don't stress nothing. I mean, I'm alert. I pay attention to things, but as far as stressing them, no. As much as y'all think I stress stuff, boy, I will go off on whoever I need to go off on here. And before the live stream is even over, I'm telling you, man, I done moved on. Ain't even thinking about it. And if I do go all the way to the time that the live stream is over, I get off of here, go work out for a little bit. I'm not thinking about it, then get back on here like nothing ever happened because it's not that serious. Things had to be said. The way that I move is I'm authentic to you guys. And in that moment, I'm going to give you the proper level of passion that's needed. But that doesn't mean that I'm crashing out, whatever you kids mean by that. It's just me expressing myself on the proper level that was needed to get the message across. I'm not some monotoned, dead spirited human. You know what I mean? Got a whole soul over here. 11:11. On the timer right now. I got a soul over here. Got a lot of things and a lot of different ways I can express myself. And I ain't got to do it in a monotone way to make you feel good. But I don't mean that every video is going to be a rant or me going off as well. It's just whatever. Some of y'all blame it on Leos, which is really you just gaslighting me like, oh, Leos crash out. That's your perspective. And I want you to understand that you thinking that I'm crashing out, which this crash out term is so loose. I know Gen Z loves that. There's really no clear definition of it. But I do notice that most Gen Z people, they are very passive aggressive. They don't like direct confrontation. So I believe anything that's direct is considered crashing out, which back in my day, it was, letting people know what your boundaries are and standing up for yourself. But again, these loose terms, you come up with them, they're really just ways to gaslight people that defend themselves. Most of y'all don't have the ability to do so. So you just make fun of people. It's just like, I'm not going at all Gen Z. I'm just saying when you guys don't have a way to defend yourselves and you start just making fun of the other generations based off their age, that's weak, low IQ. You don't have nothing else you can say. Do you see what I'm getting at with this? So when you guys are talking about crash out, you're really just talking about people that defend themselves, and you're trying to make someone that defends themselves or react to people doing whatever they do, make it seem like they're in the wrong. This is that's actually at that point witchcraft and psychological warfare. Believe it or not. Believe me, I was trained in the military, worked for the White House. Literally psychological warfare that you guys be trying to do. Gaslight people into thinking that they don't know what's going on around them, and oh, you're crashing out, but it's such a loose term. You'll see them use it for people that literally do something wrong to others and have to go to jail, or they'll just use it for a term as someone that's ranting or whatever on their podcast or panel. Just whenever they feel, because you got to remember it's a generation of low testosterone. They believe that coming off cool is nonchalant and faking nonchalant. All the So if you're in any kind of way showing any excitement or high testosterone, it's like whoa, moving too fast. Oh, what's that? He's crashing out. Calm down, bozo. You're just not used to anyone with high test. You're not used to it. You're not used to being around it. You're not used to interacting with males like that. Your mother probably never had them around as she raised you. She probably had weak males with low T like you, and just kind of like was passive. So when you see a real man that moves a certain way and has a lot of energy all the time, you want to blame it on addictions. You try to become um, doctors, and you start diagnosing people with ADHD or narcissistic personality disorder. You start doing a lot of stuff, right, to try to make it seem like that there's something wrong with that person when really you're just a real lazy, low testosterone having piece of shit. And because you can't do what someone else does, you have to find a way to make them look like they're doing something wrong, when in all actuality they're doing nothing to no one other than living their best life, right? But it triggers you because you're not doing enough, right? I deal with this all the time. But anyway, you guys, that's my last little bit for the rant, because I'm going to split this video up into two different ones. So at least now there's going to be two different subjects for the videos, and repost them as my pre-recorded videos. A lot more content coming, you guys. A lot more content in different formats. I'm in school right now. I'm learning a lot. And you know me, I can't wait to show off whatever I learn. I learn something and I apply it to my life. If um, school requires me to do certain things, learn new apps, learn different things about AI, I'm going to apply it towards my regular life. So you're about to see some great upgrades, you guys. Again, I never was against advancements and AI, I just didn't have no use for it or didn't really think about it. But I think that's one of the issues with us that are 40 and up. And the one good thing about me, which a lot of content creators, they try to take jabs at me, right? I have a childlike spirit, a childlike nature, and they take jabs at it, but this is what keeps me youthful. This is what keeps me wanting to learn all the time. This is where my creativity comes from, because we're all children of God. So while you think that you're acting so old and so mature, no, you're just old, and your spirit is weak. But whenever your spirit is young and youthful, you always want to learn. You know why you're here. You're not here to try to sleep all the time and just pay bills and taxes. There's other things that you want to get done. You know what I mean? And the only way to move and get those things done and for the universe to work with you is for you to have a childlike, innocent nature about you, and not fake it, but actually have that. When you have that, the universe works with you. Everything is working for you and not against you. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to be. But when people don't have that with them, they make fun of it. You start hearing stupid things like Peter Pan. Most times it's women that say this, very low IQ women, because they're child minded. So not childlike in nature, but child minded. So they'll always reference like Peter Pan, Cinderella. I don't know, man. They're just very low IQ, very stupid. But when these wicked women watch you and they see you with that innocent nature about you, they just try to attack it in some type of way, right? Which is the wrong way to be. It's not about that. It's just about always being open to new ideas, new advancements in technology, not being closed minded, closed off, and end up, becoming a dinosaur or fossil because you're unwilling to advance with what's going on around you because you're too tired to put the work in because of all the work and the people pleasing and the different masks you wear all day. Where's your ass out? This is what it is. Okay. But again, love and light. Appreciate y'all. Smash the like button. Drop a comment. Do you agree? Disagree? Do you just think I'm out here in the middle of the night like just a weirdo, that's minding his own business, but yet still triggers you? You know what I mean? I want to hear from you in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Ladies, I know y'all want to check in. Y'all love to watch. And I'm going to tell you something. As much as you love to watch and not say nothing, it's actually better. And the energy exchange is better whenever you leave a comment and then I comment back. It's better than watching. You get to engage, right? The energy exchange is better. You're going to feel better. You know what I'm saying? So do what you need to do. Drop those comments. Share the live stream. Go ahead and hit that like button. And I don't know what you're waiting for. Also, go ahead and subscribe. Anyway, appreciate y'all. More content coming. I'm going to try to get in here and get this little mini workout in before I hit the gym. And then I'm going to jump back on here and we're going to do what we used to do around this time, y'all. Good old reaction videos, man. I've taken enough time away from doing them to where I figured out how I'm going to approach them now because I know they're all skits. They're all clickbait, trigger bait. I mean, they're just females that are trying to trigger to get views to pay their bills. So we're going to approach it differently because there's no need to put passion into these videos when we know that these women have no soul. They have no soul. Okay. So we're going to treat them as such, have fun with it. But again, more content later on tonight. I'm going to go ahead and work out. Love and light. Your brother, and I'm out.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.
Flossy.